viewers, as you can see we're in the very sunny Hawke's Bay. It's Friday lunchtime, Livermore Classic Day tomorrow here at Hastings Racecourse. With me Neil Davis from Formpro. Neil, what a cracking day. Hopefully 24 hours time the weather is still playing its part.
Yeah, I'm almost getting a suntan here. It's terrific. I think with that forecast tomorrow morning, a few showers, that should be no trouble I think. Hopefully it won't come to anything, but a day like this is going to be fantastic, isn't it? Just terrific.
Snow on the mountains, clear day. Track, we've just had a little walk. Give us your thoughts on the track.
Well, it started off down by the winning post and it was quite firmer, noticeably firmer now near the inside in the first 4 or 5 metres. But as you walk down the track, it just seemed to get more even. So I'm picking it's pretty even, and maybe on the film there you can sort of see around the turn there, the first 2 or 3 metres is definitely smoother, not so rough as the where it was used in the previous meeting. So I reckon inside is definitely going to be no disadvantage early on. So if you're on a horse like Los Angeles in the first race, you could be fairly confident it's going to get every chance. But I'd say it'll be played pretty even. Last meeting here was sort of pattern was off pace, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No horses came from the back.
No, on pace runners, definitely suited. We better talk about last week.
Yeah.
Stratocaster. You remember that race still?
I do, yeah.
Still got on the My Sky.
Yeah.
Great tip. You gave us every reason in the world why it would win based on its sectionals. And gee, at the 100 it was travelling peaches and cream and you would have been counting the cash.
Yeah, no, he was a good bet, wasn't he? And he looked like losing after he idled up on the turn and the kick clear. Daryl Bradley eased down quite noticeably. I thought, hey,
Gave it a very soft run.
Soft run. And I spoke to him afterwards too. He was looking after the horse. Was they going to Melbourne, I see, for that Grays race?
Grays race on Oaks Day, that's right. Living on a Prayer did the business after you anticipated the scratching of Love Affair, and did it pretty easily at Avondale. And I guess we better mention Biswinkle.
Biswinkle,
leading
Pedro.
all the way.
Yeah,
Pedro, well done.
Yeah.
A win there. Too good for those other plotters in behind it.
Held on in the inquiry room too, so.
It did indeed.
That was the right call too, I thought.
So good day's racing, but obviously tomorrow is going to be another level. And
Before we mention that though, you mentioned to me one of the bets for a long time, sports bets for a long time. The Canterbury
covering 15.5
points
out of the line move. We did suggest it would move from 15.5 to 28.5. So as long as you got on early, you're never really in doubt. They cleaned up Hawke's Bay pretty easily.
Yeah.
So that was a good way to end the weekend.
Now, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Great field.
Punter of the year.
10 races, yeah.
10 races. Competitive racing all around.
You couldn't hope for a better day, could you? No? I hope it's like this tomorrow. Savvy Cope.
Very hard to beat. Everything points to Savvy Cope winning the Livermore.
It does, doesn't it?
$2.10, probably a little on the short side, but hard to see her beaten based on her first 2 runs over the carnival. Scott Base has had excuses, but he might be one of those horses that always finds bad luck in his races, so hard to say. 5 to midnight, won well on the second day.
Yeah.
Be a chance, but does look Savvy Cope's race, but I don't know if I'll be going all in on her in the punter of the year or not.
Yeah, no, if you're down you wouldn't be, would you? No, if you wanted a $10,000 click and only have a couple of $1,000,
No.
You're looking elsewhere, so maybe Scott Base, if they do get that really strong tempo, which could easily happen, he's just the type of horse that could just in the last 100 metres just bury them. But Savvy Cope, she's got that turn of foot that'll win most races over this distance at weight for age. 55.5 kgs, crikey, that's got to be hard to beat. And the next race is the interesting one, isn't it? Love Affair or Te Akau Shark? Which way are you going?
Neither.
Oh, get off the fence. Hey, neither.
Neither.
You're going to tell us what it is.
No, I think there's a horse in that race called Amarula that will be very hard to beat. Hasn't raced carrying only 57.5 like it carries tomorrow for a very long time. Used to carrying 60.5. Won the Hawke's Bay Guineas here over the same distance. Unlucky in this race last year. I think Amarula might surprise him at $9. Love Affair flashing home for second. Te Akau Shark, the bird's flowing, only runs 4th. There you go.
Yeah, you could be closer to the mark there. I do like Amarula, but I think Love Affair, she's done the sectionals, only really good horses do, Group 1 horses do, and I think she's a true Group 1 mare. So I'd have her on top. I do like Amarula, and Te Akau Shark second up, 49 metres off a moderate tempo. 290 I think it might drift. And love the feel. I'm been for the Baker Falls in the stable.
The guineas, the Sacred Falls Hawke's Bay guineas.
Yeah, melt, $2.90.
Too short.
Too short for me.
Yeah.
From that draw, it's going to be less than tempo. She's good enough to win, obviously, but I'm keen on Madison County. One here beating Langkawi really well. Good run fresh up behind Melt against the bias, wasn't it? At Ruakaka, we had Melt
Absolutely, flying home down that
Yeah.
outside patch where not many horses were making ground that particular day.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the big chances, sort of Osman. Bit of a worry with the wind up. Drawn one will probably press forward, but probably will cop a bit of pressure.
Oh, he will. He got a lot of pressure in that race, and I think you just couldn't back him, could you, after that run at Ruakaka?
No, not for me.
Maybe this way round. He's better this way round.
Definitely better this way round.
Right draw. Hope he wasn't on him.
Yep, Opie's on.
Good old Opie, so got a lot of chicks there, so if he won you wouldn't be too surprised. So. Okay, Punters Challenge tomorrow.
Punter of the Year, Neil Davis.
How?
Formpro, what's the name of your syndicate?
Formpro.
Formpro?
Yeah, got to put your name
What
in the
about a chocolate fish? Formpro versus the Boys Get Paid #1 syndicate.
Number one syndicate.
Chocolate fish on that. Who finishes higher?
Oh, so if I come first, you come second, you won't be too unhappy?
Oh, I'd
Give me a
happily
chocolate
pay you a
fish.
chocolate fish if I come second.
You're on, okay. No, it's
You'll be giving updates throughout the day.
Yep, on the website.
How are you going?
Yep. And
Birdcage Bully tomorrow?
Birdcage Bully, yeah, I'll do that actually, yeah, on the main website for subscribers, and hopefully we can pick up a few winners in the birdcage. There's a couple there I want to see before the race, and report on those as well. Horse like Power Heart I'm quite keen on seeing, and Gifted Power how she is before the start, because I think she's beatable at that price, drawn out wide versus a bit keenly. And a horse like Power Heart, if she's looking ready to go, she could be the one to go in that race. But, great day of racing. Got a big day ahead of you tomorrow.
I have got a big day, yep. It's going to be full on. You scan around here, you can see just how much work goes into some of these race days. Look at all those marquees, Neil. If the day was today, they'd be loving it. Let's just hope that weather improves. Beautiful day. Here we are at the 50-metre mark. Who's here? Will Savico put the front one out? Would she have put them away? She could be like excellent. Get push wide on the turn and still brain them.
She could.
Remember when he won the Kilt as it was then in 2005? Probably one of the most impressive wins.
Yeah.
Not a favourites race though, Neil. I don't think any favourites won the Spring Classic, Livermore, Kilt, whatever you want to call it, since 2011. Jimmy Shue. So there's been a few roughies like Costume, Von Romane.
Yeah.
There's one other, Ransomed.
Bell
Even
Muse.
Willie Casals was.
When was Belmuse? What year was that?
Belmuse was 2004.
I passed that
Yeah.
test. Well done. Yeah.
So actually, we better talk about it's kind of an abridged version of the podcast today. You've probably worked out, ladies and gentlemen, but the multi-comp. Did anyone get my question about the extreme race into the New Zealand Cup? Remember that question we asked last week?
There were two people, and I haven't got them with me, so.
Well, we'll work that out.
No, there were more than two, they're about 4 or 5, so.
Walter Mitty was the
Oh,
horse.
that's right, Walter. Yeah.
They got that? Okay, we'll do a draw. Neil's been a bit busy today, getting stuff sorted, so we'll sort that out next week, but
Sorry, fellas.
hopefully it'll be a good day's racing. You'll be working through the night to get the latest information to all the good folk of Formpro.
Too right.
And as we're about to hit the line here, Neil, I think I'm about a half length in front of you and it's starting to pull away.
Scott
Here we
Pace
go.
got me. Scott Pace by half a head.
Bang! There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck. Enjoy your Livermore Classic Day here at Hastings.
And run a good second bunch in the comp.